Imagine you are looking in the mirror one morning, expecting to see the same familiar face, but something feels different. Your skin looks duller, your eyes seem more tired, and there's a heaviness in your body that wasn't there before. You shrug it off, thinking it's just another rough day. But deep down, you wonder, am I aging faster than I should? Have you ever felt exhausted even after a full night's sleep? Have you noticed that your body takes longer to recover from stress, that your mind feels clouded, or that small aches and pains are becoming a daily part of your life? These are not just random occurrences. They could be warning signs that your body and mind are aging at a speed that they shouldn't be. We often associate aging with time, but what if aging isn't just about getting older? What if your lifestyle, thoughts, and emotions are making you age faster than the years passing on the calendar? What if the stress you carry, the worries you hold on to, and the habits you don't even notice are silently adding years to your life? Think about a candle burning at both ends. It gives off more light, but it also melts away twice as fast. What if your daily life is doing the same to you? Rushing through each day, drowning in stress, and ignoring the signals your body sends? What if these are slowly draining your energy, making you age before your time? Welcome to Stoic Journey, where we explore wisdom that can transform your life. If you're new here, don't forget, there are so many views on this channel, but only 0.2% subscribed. So please, like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel. And most importantly, drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your engagement helps us bring more life-changing content to you. Aging is natural, but premature aging is not. What if you could slow it down? What if small changes in your daily life could restore your energy, sharpen your mind, and even make you feel younger? Buddhism teaches that true aging is not just physical, it begins in the mind. The way we think, feel, and live directly affects the speed at which we age. For centuries, Buddhist monks have practiced techniques that keep their minds and bodies strong, even in old age. They have mastered the art of inner peace, proving that stress and attachment accelerate aging more than time itself. Their wisdom offers us a way to reverse this process, to slow down the ticking clock, and to rediscover a youthful spirit no matter our age. In this journey, we will uncover the unseen forces that speed up aging, forces that go beyond genetics or the number of candles on your birthday cake. We will explore how our emotions, our habits, and even our attachment to time itself contribute to premature aging. Through the lens of Buddhism, we will find solutions that are simple yet powerful, timeless yet deeply relevant to our modern lives. Aging faster than you should is not just about wrinkles or gray hair. It's about the loss of energy, the heaviness in your thoughts, the way stress shapes your body. It's about feeling like you're running out of time, even when you have years ahead of you. But what if you could change that? What if you could reclaim your vitality, not by fighting time, but by understanding it? In the next part, we will explore the surprising connection between your thoughts and your body, how the mind can either speed up or slow down aging. You may not realize it yet, but the way you think might be adding years to your life without you even knowing. Stay with us on this journey, and let's uncover the truth together. The mind-body connection, how thoughts accelerate aging. Sit with me for a moment. Breathe. Feel the air moving in and out of your lungs. Let go of everything else. Now, ask yourself, what is aging? Is it simply the number of years you have lived? Or is it something more? Many people believe that aging is only about the body. Wrinkles, gray hair, aching joints. These are the signs we notice. But what if I told you that aging begins long before these signs appear? What if your thoughts, your emotions, and your state of mind are quietly shaping how fast you age? Think about a person who is always stressed, always worrying, always lost in negative thoughts. You have seen them. Their face looks tired, their posture is heavy, their energy is drained. Now think about someone who is calm, peaceful, present. Their face seems lighter, their movements more fluid, their energy almost ageless. This is not an accident. It is the power of the mind-body connection. Your thoughts do not just stay in your head. They move through your body like a river, shaping everything in their path. Science now confirms what Buddhist monks have known for centuries: stress, anxiety, and negative thinking speed up aging at a deep, cellular level. When your mind is restless, your body produces stress hormones that weaken your immune system, damage your cells, and make you age faster. When your mind is at peace, your body responds with healing, renewal, and vitality. Imagine two monks sitting side by side. One is lost in anger, frustration, and resentment. The other is at peace, smiling gently at the world. 10 years later, one will look tired, worn, older than his age. The other will look almost the same, as if time has touched him gently. The difference is not in their diet, their exercise, or their genetics. The difference is in their thoughts. Now think about your own mind. How many thoughts pass through it each day? How many of them are filled with worry? How many are filled with regrets about the past or fear about the future? Every single one of these thoughts leaves a mark, not just in your mind, but in your body. Over time, they become lines on your face, tension in your muscles, exhaustion in your bones. Have you ever seen a tree that has been through many storms? Its bark is rough, its branches twisted, its leaves withered. Now look at a tree that has grown in calm, steady weather. Its trunk is strong but smooth, its branches open, its leaves full of life. You are like that tree. Your thoughts are the weather that shapes you. If your mind is full of storms, your body will show it. If your mind is clear, your body will reflect that too. So, how do we slow down aging? How do we keep our minds from making our bodies grow old too soon? The answer is not in creams, medicines, or treatments. It is in awareness. When you become aware of your thoughts, when you stop letting them control you, you take back your power. You stop feeding the stress that ages you. You begin to move with life instead of against it. Buddhist monks have practiced this for thousands of years. They do not fight aging. They do not fear it. Instead, they understand that aging is not about time, but about how we live in each moment. They train their minds to stay in the present, to let go of unnecessary worries, to embrace life as it is. This keeps their bodies light, their energy strong, their spirit young. You do not need to be a monk to do this. You only need to become aware. The next time you feel stressed, pause. Notice what is happening inside you. Feel the tension in your shoulders, the tightness in your chest. Then take a deep breath. Let it go. Even this small act slows down aging. When you wake up in the morning, do not let your first thoughts be of worry or stress. Do not let your mind rush into problems before your body has even taken its first step. Instead, take a moment. Breathe. Feel the life within you. Set the tone for your day with calmness, with gratitude, with presence. And when you go to sleep at night, do not carry the weight of the whole day with you. Let go of the thoughts that do not serve you. Let your body rest without tension, without stress. Sleep is when your body heals, but only if your mind allows it. If you fall asleep with a restless mind, your body will wake up tired, older, drained. If you fall asleep in peace, your body will wake up refreshed, renewed. You do not need to stop aging. That is not the goal. The goal is to age gracefully, with energy, with clarity, with joy. The goal is to not let your mind make you older than you really are. So the next time you look in the mirror, do not just see your face. See your thoughts, your emotions, your inner world. They are shaping you every day. Choose them wisely. Choose the thoughts that bring you peace, that bring you life. In our next part, we will go deeper into one of the biggest causes of premature aging: stress. You may think it is just a part of life, something you cannot escape. But what if there was a way to free yourself from it? What if stress was not something you had to live with, but something you could let go of? Stay with me on this journey, and let's find out together. Stress and aging, the Buddhist path to inner peace. Sit for a moment. Breathe. Feel the rise and fall of your breath. In this very moment, there is no past, no future, only now. But your mind does not stay here, does it? It rushes ahead, worrying about what will happen tomorrow. It drifts back, regretting what was said yesterday. It pulls you in every direction, filling your body with tension, your heart with unease. Stress is like a storm inside you. It comes suddenly, shakes everything, and leaves destruction in its path. But unlike a storm in nature, this storm does not pass on its own. It stays, grows, and takes root inside you. And with every moment of stress, something happens: you age. Your face tightens. Your breath becomes shallow. Your body feels heavier. Your thoughts grow tired. Aging is not just about time. It is about how much suffering you carry. A person who is constantly stressed, constantly fighting battles in their mind, ages much faster than one who is at peace. You have seen this yourself. People who seem to grow old overnight after a great loss. People who, after years of struggle, look much older than they should. And then there are monks, elders, wise ones who, despite their years, have a glow of youth, a lightness in their being. The difference is not just in the body. It is in the mind. When you hold on to stress, your body reacts. Your heart beats faster. Your muscles stay tense. Your immune system weakens. Your sleep becomes restless. Your breath, your very life force, becomes shallow. Every cell in your body feels this. It is as if you were telling your body, there is danger. Be on guard. Do not rest. And so, your body listens. It stays in a state of tension. And over time, it wears down. Stress is not just a feeling. It is an aging force. But what if I told you there is another way? A way to live in this world, to face its challenges, without letting them steal your youth, your energy, your life. The Buddha taught that suffering comes from attachment. We suffer because we cling to expectations, to control, to things going exactly as we want them to. But life does not move by our will. It flows like a river, sometimes calm, sometimes wild. The more we try to control it, the more we struggle, and the more we age. Imagine holding a rope, pulling it with all your strength. Your hands burn, your arms ache, your body trembles. This is stress, pulling against life, fighting what is. But what happens when you let go? Your hands are free. Your body relaxes. You breathe deeply. The pain fades. Life moves on, and you are no longer struggling. Letting go is not giving up. It is trusting. It is understanding that you cannot control everything, and that is okay. The tree does not fight the wind. It bends, it sways, it moves with the storm, and because of this, it does not break. But a rigid tree, one that refuses to move, snaps under the pressure. Which one do you want to be? Aging is not just about years. It is about how much weight you carry in your heart. The worries, the anger, the regrets, each one is a heavy stone. And every day, you carry them with you. They make your steps slower, your shoulders heavier, your mind clouded. But what if you set them down? What if you chose to walk lighter? There is a story of a monk and his student walking along a path. They come across a woman struggling to cross a river. The monk, without hesitation, lifts her and carries her across. Hours later, the student, still troubled, says, "Master, we are monks. We should not touch women. Why did you carry her?" The monk smiles and replies, "I set her down at the riverbank." "Why are you still carrying her?" This is how stress works. The moment passes, but we do not let it go. We carry it in our minds, in our bodies, in our hearts. And with every passing day, it becomes heavier. So I ask you, what are you carrying that is making you age? What are you holding on to that is turning your days into suffering? Buddhism teaches that true peace comes from within, not from fixing the world outside, but from understanding the world inside. When you watch your thoughts, when you breathe deeply, when you release control, stress begins to fade. And with it, the signs of premature aging. Have you noticed how peaceful people seem to glow? How those who live in the present moment look younger, lighter, more alive? It is because they are not trapped in the past or the future. They are here, now. Their energy is not drained by worry. Their minds are not clouded by stress. And so, their bodies remain youthful, their faces calm, their presence strong. You do not need to become a monk to find this peace. You do not need to leave your life behind. You only need to shift your mind, to notice when stress arises, to breathe through it, to ask yourself, is this worth my energy? Is this worth my youth? Most of the things we stress over are like clouds in the sky. They come, they go, they change shape, they disappear. But we act as if they are mountains, unmovable, unchanging. Look closely. See them for what they are. Let them pass. Aging is not the enemy. Time is not your opponent. Stress is. And the only way to defeat it is not through control, but through understanding, through acceptance, through letting go. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Feel the tension in your body. And now, let it go. This is the first step to slowing down the aging of your body. Not creams, not medicines, but peace. A peace that is already within you, waiting to be found. The role of attachment. Why clinging ages you faster? Let me tell you a story. A traveler was crossing a river. The current was strong, and the water was deep. He found a piece of wood floating by, grabbed onto it, and let it carry him safely to the other side. When he reached the shore, he sighed in relief. But instead of leaving the wood behind, he lifted it onto his back and continued walking. Every step felt heavier. The farther he went, the more exhausted he became. Someone saw him struggling and asked, "Why are you carrying that?" The traveler replied, "This would save my life. I cannot let it go." This is how most of us live. We hold on to things long after they have served their purpose. We cling to memories, relationships, fears, regrets, and expectations. We carry them like a heavy burden, never realizing that they are aging us, making our minds tired, our bodies tense, and our hearts weary. Attachment is like a rope that binds you to suffering. The more you cling, the tighter it gets. You might think it is holding you together, but in reality, it is pulling you down. Have you ever noticed how children seem so full of energy? They live in the present, without worrying about the past or future. But as we grow older, we accumulate attachments, possessions, opinions, status, worries. Each one adds weight, and with that weight, we begin to age faster. Think of a time when you lost something important. A job, a relationship, a cherished object. How did it feel? The pain of loss is not just emotional, it is physical. Your body tenses, your sleep suffers, and your face reflects the stress within. This is the cost of attachment. The tighter we hold, the more it hurts when life inevitably takes things away. Buddhism teaches that everything is impermanent. Nothing stays the same. The tree you see today will one day wither. The river you step into now is not the same river you stepped into yesterday. Even your body is changing every second. Cells die and new ones are born. So why do we act as if we can freeze time? Why do we believe that holding on to something will keep it from changing? Look at a wrinkled face, not with judgment, but with understanding. Those lines are not just from age. They are from years of worry, stress, and resistance. They are the marks of someone who has held on to too much for too long. But have you also noticed that some older people have a glow, a lightness about them? They have let go. They have stopped fighting time. They move with life, not against it. Letting go is not giving up. It is freedom. It is realizing that you do not have to carry every past mistake, every painful memory, every expectation of how life should be. It is understanding that change is natural, and when you flow with it, life becomes easier. Your face relaxes. Your heart beats lighter. Your body feels younger. Imagine your mind is a room. Over the years, you fill it with furniture, books, old clothes, broken items you never use. The space becomes cluttered. You struggle to move. But what if you cleared it out? What if you made room for fresh air, new possibilities? The same is true for your inner world. The more you hold on to, the more cramped and heavy your life feels. But the moment you start letting go, space opens up. Peace enters. And with peace comes something unexpected, youthfulness. Science confirms what Buddhism has taught for centuries. Stress and negative emotions release chemicals in the body that speed up aging. Chronic worry increases cortisol, a hormone that damages cells over time. Holding on to resentment tightens muscles and stiffens joints. Attachment to perfectionism brings endless dissatisfaction, which wears the body down. Letting go, on the other hand, reduces stress, lowers inflammation, and allows the body to heal. Try this. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, imagine letting go of one thing, one worry, one regret, one expectation. Just for a moment, let it slip away. Feel the lightness. This is the power of release. Now think about your own life. What are you carrying that is making you age faster? Is it an old grudge? A fear of the future? The belief that you must control everything? What would happen if you put that burden down? There is an old saying, tension is who you think you should be. Relaxation is who you are. Youthfulness is not found in creams or medicines. It is found in a peaceful heart, an uncluttered mind, a body that moves freely because it is not weighed down by unnecessary burdens. The traveler in our story could have walked with ease if only he had left the wood behind. You too can walk lighter. You too can feel younger, not by stopping time, but by learning to let go. Sleep and rejuvenation, the Buddhist approach to rest. You close your eyes, but your mind refuses to rest. Thoughts swirl like leaves caught in a storm, unfinished tasks, past regrets, worries about tomorrow. The body is tired, but the mind will not let go. You toss and turn, waiting for sleep to come, but when it finally does, it feels light, fragile, broken by the slightest noise. Morning arrives, but instead of feeling refreshed, you wake up even more exhausted than before. Why is it that sleep, something so natural, has become a struggle for so many? Why do we wake up tired even after hours in bed? Why does rest feel more like an escape than a true renewal? Sleep is not just about closing your eyes and waiting for the night to pass. It is a process of healing, a time when the body repairs itself and the mind finds peace. But in a world that never slows down, we have forgotten how to truly rest. Even when we sleep, our minds remain restless, clinging to thoughts, trapped in worries, never fully letting go. Buddhism teaches that true rest is not just physical, it is also mental. A body can be still, but if the mind is racing, there is no real rest. And when the mind is at peace, even a short sleep can feel deeply refreshing. The secret to deep, healing sleep lies not in forcing the body to rest, but in calming the mind before it even reaches the pillow. Think of a lake. When the water is still, you can see your reflection clearly. But when it is disturbed, everything becomes blurry. The mind is the same. If your mind is filled with noise when you go to bed, your sleep will be light, fragmented, unsatisfying. But if you enter sleep with a calm mind, your rest will be deep, healing, powerful. Many people believe that exhaustion is solved by sleeping longer, but this is not always true. Have you ever slept for hours and still woken up feeling drained? It is because the quality of sleep matters more than the quantity. A restless mind does not allow the body to fully heal, no matter how long you sleep. True rest begins long before you close your eyes. Buddhist monks, despite their demanding lives, often need less sleep than the average person. Yet, they wake up with energy, clarity, and a deep sense of peace. How is this possible? The answer is simple. They do not carry their worries to bed. They do not let stress follow them into sleep. Through mindfulness, meditation, and a deep understanding of impermanence, they have mastered the art of letting go. Imagine holding a heavy bag all day. Your arms ache, your shoulders tense, your whole body feels the weight. And then, finally, you set it down. Relief floods through you instantly. This is what happens when you go to sleep with a clear mind. The burden lifts, and real rest begins. But most people do not set down their burdens before sleep. Instead, they carry them into the night, holding on to stress, fears, regrets. And so, even in sleep, the body does not fully relax. The mind remains tense, and the rest is incomplete. To sleep deeply, you must learn to let go. Let go of the thoughts that pull you into the past. Let go of the worries that drag you into the future. Let go of the tension you carry in your body, the expectations you place upon yourself, the endless noise of the world. When you learn to release these things, sleep comes naturally, effortlessly, like a gentle wave washing over you. One simple practice can change everything: mindful breathing. Before bed, sit quietly and focus on your breath. Feel the air enter your nose, fill your lungs, and then leave your body. Do not try to control it, just observe. With each exhale, imagine releasing the weight of the day. Let your thoughts slow down. Let your body soften. Let your mind become still, like a calm lake. The Buddha once said, "Do not dwell in the past, do not dream of the future, concentrate the mind on the present moment." This wisdom applies to sleep as well. If you lie in bed thinking of yesterday's mistakes or tomorrow's challenges, you are not truly resting. But if you surrender to the present moment, sleep will embrace you like an old friend. Another powerful practice is gratitude. Before sleep, take a moment to reflect on something good from your day. It can be something simple, a kind word from a stranger, the warmth of the sun, the taste of your favorite food. Gratitude shifts the mind away from stress and into peace. And a peaceful mind leads to deep, healing rest. In Buddhist monasteries, there is a tradition of treating sleep as a sacred act. It is not seen as an escape, but as an essential part of spiritual and physical well-being. Monks prepare for sleep the same way they prepare for meditation, with awareness, with intention, with gratitude. They do not collapse into bed exhausted. They enter sleep with clarity, with presence, with peace. In the modern world, we have forgotten this wisdom. We treat sleep as something to be squeezed into our busy schedules, as a luxury rather than a necessity. We stare at screens late into the night, fill our minds with endless distractions, and then wonder why we feel so drained. But the truth is simple: when you respect sleep, it will respect you. When you honor rest, it will heal you. Aging is deeply connected to the quality of your rest. When you do not sleep well, your body ages faster. Your skin loses its glow, your energy fades, your mind becomes dull. But when you sleep deeply, your body regenerates, your mind sharpens, your spirit feels renewed. Sleep is not just rest, it is rebirth, a chance to start anew each day. So tonight, before you sleep, take a deep breath. Let go of the worries, the stress, the noise. Close your eyes, not with frustration, but with peace. Trust that your body knows how to heal. Trust that your mind, when given the space, will find its own stillness. Trust that sleep is not just the end of the day, but the beginning of something new. And when you wake up, do not rush into the day with heavy thoughts. Open your eyes slowly. Take a moment to feel the world around you. Stretch your body with gratitude. Breathe in the morning air. Smile, even if there is no reason. Because each new day is a gift, another chance to live, to grow, to be fully present. Sleep well. Rest deeply. And remember, true rejuvenation begins not in the body, but in the mind. The power of breath, how mindful breathing slows aging. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in, and let it out. Did you feel that? That single breath was more than just air moving in and out of your lungs. It was life itself, flowing through you. Yet, in the rush of daily life, how often do you truly pay attention to your breath? Most people don't realize that the way they breathe is either adding years to their life or silently stealing them away. Breathing is something we do every moment, yet we take it for granted. From the day we are born to the day we take our last breath, it is always there, always working, always keeping us alive. But what if I told you that most people are breathing the wrong way? That's something so simple, so natural, is being done in a way that ages the body faster, clouds the mind, and drains energy without us even knowing? Look at a baby. When a baby breathes, the belly rises and falls gently. The breath is deep, slow, and effortless. But as we grow older, stress and tension change the way we breathe. Instead of deep breaths that nourish the body, we take shallow, hurried breaths, filling only the upper part of our lungs. We don't notice it, but over time, the shallow breathing sends a message to the body. Something is wrong. Shallow breathing triggers the body's stress response. It tells the nervous system to prepare for danger, to stay on high alert. The heart beats faster, muscles tense up, and stress hormones flood the body. It is as if the body is always preparing for a fight, even when there is no danger. And just like that, stress begins to take its toll, wrinkles form, energy fades, and aging accelerates. But here's the secret that ancient Buddhist monks have known for centuries. Breathing is not just a function of the body. It is a gateway to the mind. When the breath is chaotic, the mind is chaotic. When the breath is slow, deep, and steady, the mind becomes calm. The body relaxes. The nervous system shifts from stress mode to healing mode. And in this state, the body begins to repair itself, to slow down the effects of aging. Imagine a pond. When the water is still, you can see your reflection clearly. But when the water is disturbed, the reflection becomes distorted. The same happens within you. When your breath is restless, your mind is restless. Thoughts become scattered, emotions become unstable, and your body suffers the consequences. But when you learn to control the breath, to guide it gently, everything changes. Deep, mindful breathing signals the body to relax. It lowers blood pressure, slows the heart rate, and reduces stress hormones. It improves digestion, boosts the immune system, and even enhances brain function. Every time you take a deep breath, you are sending a message to your body. You are safe, you are calm, you are in control. And yet, so many people have forgotten how to breathe. They live in a constant state of hurry, of worry, of tension. They don't even realize that their shallow, rapid breaths are keeping them trapped in a cycle of stress and aging. But the good news is that it is never too late to change. The breath is always with you, always waiting to be noticed, always ready to bring you back to a place of balance. There is a reason why every Buddhist meditation, every moment of mindfulness, begins with the breath. It is because the breath is the anchor, the connection between the body and the mind. It is always present, always available, no matter where you are or what you are doing. Right now, as you listen to these words, you can take a deep breath. You can slow down. You can begin again. Think of an old tree. A tree that has stood for hundreds of years, its roots deep in the earth, its branches reaching for the sky. It does not rush. It does not force. It simply breathes with the wind, steady and strong. That is how we are meant to be. But instead, we move through life like a storm, restless, hurried, and unaware of the damage we are doing to ourselves. Buddhist monks have spent lifetimes studying the power of breath. They have learned that with each inhale, you can draw in peace, and with each exhale, you can let go of stress. They have taught that the secret to slowing down aging is not in expensive treatments or magical elixirs, but in something we already have, our own breath. When you breathe deeply and mindfully, you nourish your body with oxygen. Your cells receive more energy, your skin glows with life, and your heart beats in a steady rhythm. When you breathe with awareness, your mind becomes clear, free from the fog of stress and overthinking. And when the mind is clear, the body follows, releasing tension, healing, and staying youthful for longer. But this is not just theory. Science now confirms what Buddhism has known for centuries. Studies show that deep breathing can slow down the shortening of telomeres, the tiny protective caps on our DNA that determine how fast we age. Longer telomeres mean a longer, healthier life. And the way to protect them? Breathe deeply. Breathe slowly. Breathe with awareness. There is a simple truth that most people ignore. Aging is not just about years passing. It is about how we live each moment. A life spent in stress, with hurried breaths and constant tension, will feel shorter, more exhausting, and filled with suffering. But a life lived with deep, mindful breaths, with moments of stillness and peace, will feel longer, richer, and more vibrant. So take a breath. A real breath. Feel the air fill your lungs, feel your body relax, feel your mind settle. This is the secret that has been passed down through generations of Buddhist monks. This is the wisdom that has kept them strong, youthful, and full of energy, even in their old age. And this wisdom is now in your hands. The breath is not just something you do. It is something you can master. And when you do, you will begin to notice the changes, not just in your body, but in your entire way of being. Life will feel lighter. Thoughts will feel clearer. Energy will return. And the aging that once felt inevitable will begin to slow. Aging is not just about time. It is about how we live, how we breathe, how we connect with the present moment. And now, you hold the key to slowing it down. The next time you feel stressed, the next time you feel exhausted, the next time you look in the mirror and wonder where the time has gone, remember this. Breathe. Just breathe. And let life flow through you once again. Karma and aging. How your past choices reflect on your body. Sit with me for a moment. Breathe. Feel the air into your lungs. Feel your chest rise and fall. This moment, right now, is the result of every choice you have ever made. Every thought, every word, every action has led you to this point. The way you feel, the energy you carry, the lines on your face, the light in your eyes, it is all a reflection of the life you have lived. Many people think karma is something mystical, something that only affects the next life. But karma is not distant. It is here, in your body, in your breath, in the way you wake up each morning. Karma is not punishment or reward. It is simply the truth that every action has a consequence. Think of a pond. When you drop a stone into the water, ripples spread across the surface. The larger the stone, the bigger the ripples. Your life is the same. The choices you make, what you eat, how you think, how you treat others, are like stones dropped into the water. Some ripples fade quickly. Others shape the entire pond. If you have carried stress for years, it will show. If you have lived with anger, it will harden your face. If you have filled your days with worry, your body will feel heavy, tired. This is karma, not as a belief, but as a reality. The past is not gone. It lives in your muscles, your bones, your breath. Have you ever met an elderly monk? Have you seen their face? There are lines, yes, but they do not seem tired. Their bodies may be old, but they move with lightness. Their eyes shine like a child's. Why? Because they have lived with wisdom. They have carried peace instead of stress, kindness instead of resentment. Their past choices have shaped a present that is free, light, alive. But look around. How many people do you see who are young but already seem old? Their bodies may not have aged much, but their energy is heavy. Their shoulders sag under invisible weight. Their eyes have lost their brightness. It is not time that has done this to them. It is their choices. You cannot stop aging, but you can choose how you age. If you spend years chasing things that do not matter, you will feel empty. If you spend years holding on to grudges, your body will stiffen. If you live with constant stress, your heart will weaken. These are not punishments. These are simply the ripples of your own actions. Now, let me tell you a simple truth. Your body is not separate from your mind. They are one. A thought is not just a thought. It is a signal to your body. When you feel fear, your heart beats faster. When you feel anger, your muscles tighten. When you feel joy, your breath flows smoothly. Imagine a man who is always angry. Every day, he holds on to his rage. His face is tense, his jaw is clenched. Over time, his body changes. His blood pressure rises, his muscles remain tight, his energy drains quickly. Now imagine another man who chooses kindness. He lets go of his anger, not for others, but for himself. His body is relaxed, his breath is deep, his heart is steady. Both men have aged, but one has aged with peace, the other with tension. Karma is not far away. It is not waiting for you in another life. It is in your hands, right now. If you want to age well, do not wait. Your body is listening to every thought you have, every emotion you carry. The stress you feel today does not disappear tomorrow. It stays. It builds. And one day, you wake up and wonder why you feel so old. Do you want to change? Then start now. Not tomorrow. Not next year. Now. Let go of what is weighing you down. Forgive. Not because others deserve it, but because your body deserves peace. Stop chasing things that do not bring true joy. Learn to be still. Learn to breathe. Learn to be present. Aging is not the enemy. The enemy is living in a way that drains you, that burdens you, that takes away your light. A monk does not fear aging because he has lived wisely. He does not wake up regretting the past, nor does he worry about the future. He simply lives. And in that presence, his body remains strong, his spirit remains young. You do not need to be a monk to live this way. You do not need to give up everything. You simply need to choose. Every day, you are shaping your future self. Every choice you make is planting seeds in your body, your mind, your life. If you want to age with grace, then plant the right seeds. So, ask yourself, what ripples are you sending through your life? What choices are shaping your body, your energy, your future? The answer is already within you. And the change? It begins the moment you decide. Diet and aging. Buddhist wisdom on eating for longevity. Sit with me for a moment. Let us breathe. Feel the air entering your body, bringing life to every cell. Now, ask yourself, what else do you bring into your body? What else do you allow to shape your life, your energy, your aging? Food is not just fuel. It is a gift, a force, a teacher. And yet, so many of us eat without awareness, without gratitude, without thought. We eat in a rush. We eat in stress. We eat to fill an emptiness that food was never meant to fill. Aging is not just about time. It is about how you nourish yourself, physically, mentally, and spiritually. The food you choose, the way you eat, the emotions you carry when you consume, it all matters. Your body is a temple, but are you treating it as one? Or are you filling it with things that slowly wear it down, make it sluggish, make it age before its time? The Buddha taught that balance is the key to life. In everything, thoughts, actions, speech, and yes, even food. If you eat too much, the body suffers. If you eat too little, the body suffers. The path of wisdom is in the middle, in knowing what your body truly needs, and listening to it, and honoring it. Think of a great river. When the waters are pure, it flows smoothly, bringing life to everything in its path. But when pollution enters, the water becomes heavy, slow, unclean. Your body is the same. If you fill it with artificial, processed, lifeless foods, it struggles. It becomes sluggish. It begins to wear down. But when you nourish it with fresh, natural, living foods, it thrives. It heals. It stays youthful, no matter the years. The monks eat with great awareness. They do not eat for pleasure alone, nor for habit, nor to satisfy cravings of the mind. They eat to sustain the body, to keep the mind clear, to walk their path with strength. They take only what they need, no more, no less. They chew slowly, feeling every texture, every flavor, knowing that each bite is a gift from the earth. But look at the way the world eats today. Rushing, distracted, mindless, eating while scrolling on a screen, eating while worrying, eating while angry. Do you see the difference? The body knows. It absorbs not just the food, but the energy that comes with it. If you eat in stress, the body digests stress. If you eat in gratitude, the body digests gratitude. Aging does not come only from the outside. It comes from within. It comes from inflammation, from toxins, from imbalance. And much of this starts with food. Foods filled with chemicals, foods that do not nourish but only fill space. These slowly damage the body, making it weaker, making it older before its time. But food that is fresh, whole, full of life, these are what keep the body young, the skin glowing, the mind sharp. The monks do not count calories. They do not chase diets. They follow nature. They eat what is simple, what is natural, what is given with love and respect. Grains, vegetables, fruits, nuts, foods that grow from the earth, foods that are light but strong, gentle but powerful. They eat with gratitude, knowing that every bite is a connection to the world, to the cycle of life. Think of a tree. It does not rush to grow. It takes in only what it needs: sunlight, water, nutrients from the soil. It does not overconsume. It does not crave. It does not chase. And yet, it stands strong for hundreds of years. What if we lived the same way? What if we took in only what we needed, what truly served us, what kept us whole and strong? Look at the old masters. They age, but they do not wither. Their skin is lined with wisdom, not exhaustion. Their backs are straight. Their minds are clear. They move with ease. They breathe with fullness. And they do not fear aging, because they have not invited it in before its time. Now, look at the modern world. Aging is feared. People chase youth, not realizing that youth is not in creams or surgeries or medicines. Youth is in how you live, how you eat, how you breathe. It is in the choices you make, in the way you treat your body, in the peace you carry in your heart. So I ask you, how do you eat? Do you eat with awareness? Do you eat with gratitude? Do you eat to nourish, or just to consume? The answers may tell you more than you think. The answers may hold the secret to aging slower, to living fuller, to feeling younger in body and in spirit. The monks say, when eating, just eat. This means to be fully present, to honor the food, to honor the body that receives it. When you eat with mindfulness, something changes. The body responds. It heals. It digests better. It absorbs more. It wastes less. And in turn, it stays stronger, longer. There is a path to aging well, and it does not come from fearing time. It comes from embracing it, from treating the body with respect, from knowing that every meal is an opportunity to give life, not take it away. You do not need to be a monk to follow this wisdom. You do not need to renounce the world. You only need to listen to your body, to nature, to the simple truths that have always been there. Eat well, and your body will thank you. Eat with peace, and your mind will thank you. Eat with balance, and time itself will slow down for you. The choice is yours. It always has been. Letting go of suffering, the ultimate key to youthfulness. Sit with me for a moment. Breathe. Feel the air enter your lungs, feel it leave. The body, the mind, everything is in motion, but for this moment, just be here. Now, let me ask you, what is it that truly makes you feel old? Is it the lines on your face? The stiffness in your bones? Or is it something deeper? Aging is not just about time. It is about weight. The weight of worries, regrets, anger, and pain. It is about carrying yesterday into today, and today into tomorrow, never allowing yourself to be light, never allowing yourself to be free. Look at a child. They run, they laugh, they fall, and they get up again. Their bodies are young, yes, but so are their hearts. They do not cling to what happened yesterday. They do not wake up thinking about their mistakes, their failures, or the people who have wronged them. They are here, in this moment, light as the wind. But as we grow, we collect things. Not just possessions, but emotions. Resentment, fear, regret. We hold on to them tightly, as if they define us, as if they are who we are. And with every piece of suffering we refuse to let go of, we grow heavier. We sink into ourselves. We move slower, think slower, live slower. This is aging. Not the number of years, but the weight of suffering we refuse to release. You have seen people who are young but seem old, haven't you? Their faces are tired, their shoulders slumped. They speak with bitterness, as if life has already ended for them. And you have seen the opposite, people who are old in years but young in spirit. Their eyes shine, their laughter is light. They have no weight pressing down on them. What is the difference? The difference is not in their bodies, but in what they choose to carry. There is an old Zen saying, let go or be dragged. If you hold on to the past, onto pain, onto the things you cannot change, they will pull you down. They will steal your energy, cloud your mind, and age you far beyond your years. Letting go is not easy. I know this. The mind clings. It tells us, this pain is important. This anger is justified. This regret is part of me. But is it? Or is it simply a chain you have forgotten you can break? Think of a tree in the autumn. Its leaves turn golden, then brown, then they fall. The tree does not cry for them, does not cling to them. It lets them go, knowing that in doing so, it prepares for new growth, for spring. But we, as humans, we hold on to our dead leaves. We grip them tightly, afraid of what will happen if we release them. And so, we suffer. Suffering ages you. It weighs on your heart, on your body, on your face. Look at someone who is angry all the time. Their brow is always furrowed, their mouth tight, their body tense. Look at someone who carries deep regret. Their eyes are distant, their movement slow. These emotions live in the body. They do not just pass through, they settle, they shape you. But what happens when you let go? What happens when you release resentment? When you forgive? When you stop wishing the past was different? You become lighter. Your body softens. Your breath deepens. You move with ease. You smile more. Your energy returns. This is not just an idea. It is real. Science has begun to prove what Buddhism has known for centuries: stress and emotional pain accelerate aging. Chronic stress shortens your lifespan. It damages your cells. It takes the glow from your skin, the sharpness from your mind, the strength from your body. But when you let go, healing begins. The body repairs. The mind clears. Energy returns. Youth is not found in a bottle, in a pill, in a procedure. It is found in release. So how do we do this? How do we let go of suffering? First, we must see it. Really see it. Not just feel it, but observe it. Where is your suffering? What do you carry that is making you heavy? Maybe it is anger towards someone who hurt you. Maybe it is guilt for something you have done. Maybe it is fear of the future, of growing older, of losing what you love. Acknowledge it. Sit with it. And then ask yourself, does holding on to this serve me? Is it helping me? Is it making my life better? If the answer is no, then why are you still carrying it? Letting go does not mean forgetting. It does not mean pretending it never happened. It means choosing to stop suffering over it. It means choosing peace over pain, now, in this moment. Try this. Close your eyes. Imagine the thing that is causing you suffering. Feel the weight of it. See how it has shaped you, how it has made you tired, older, weaker. Now, take a breath. And as you exhale, imagine it leaving your body, like smoke dissolving into the air. Do this again and again. Each breath, a release. Each breath, a return to youthfulness. Because youth is not about age. It is about lightness. It is about living without unnecessary burdens. It is about being free. There is a reason Buddhist monks, even in old age, seem so full of life. It is not because they have avoided hardship. It is because they do not hold on to it. They experience pain, but they do not let it become suffering. They experience loss, but they do not let it become a chain. You can do this too. You do not need to be a monk. You do not need to live in a temple. You only need to decide that you will not let the past steal your present. Letting go is the most powerful act of self-care. It is the greatest secret to staying young, not just in body, but in spirit. And it is available to you, right now, in this very moment. So, I ask you, what will you choose? Will you continue to carry what makes you heavy? Or will you set it down, stand tall, and move forward with lightness, with peace, with youthfulness in your heart? The choice is yours. The present moment, how living now slows aging. Sit down for a moment. Breathe. Feel the air enter your lungs. Let it fill you. Let it remind you that you are alive. Now, ask yourself, where are you right now? Not just physically, but in your mind? Are you here, fully present in this moment? Or is your mind somewhere else? Maybe you are thinking about something that happened yesterday, something you said, something you regret. Or maybe your thoughts are racing toward the future, worrying about what's next, what could go wrong, what still needs to be done. Most people are not truly living in the present. Their minds are constantly swinging between the past and the future, never resting in the now. And this endless movement, this restless thinking, is making them age faster than they should. Aging is not just a process of the body. It is also a process of the mind. The more your mind is filled with regrets of the past and worries of the future, the heavier you feel. The more you carry these invisible burdens, the more exhausted you become. And exhaustion, true exhaustion, is one of the greatest accelerators of aging. Look at a child. They are full of energy, full of life. Why? Because they live completely in the present. They do not dwell on what happened yesterday. They do not spend their time worrying about tomorrow. They simply exist in the now. And because of this, their minds are light, their hearts are open, and their bodies are full of vitality. Now look at an old man who has spent his entire life worrying. His shoulders are hunched, his face is tight, his breath is shallow. It is not just age that has made him this way. It is the weight of all the years he spent thinking about things that were not in his control. Buddhism teaches us that suffering comes from attachment, to our thoughts, to our fears, to time itself. And the greatest illusion we suffer from is the idea that the past and the future exist anywhere outside of our minds. They do not. The past is gone. The future is not yet here. The only thing that truly exists is this moment, right now. But most people do not live in this moment. They rush through their days, always focused on what comes next. They eat without tasting. They walk without noticing. They speak without truly listening. Life is passing them by, and they do not even see it. And this is why they age faster. Their bodies are here, but their minds are always elsewhere. And this disconnection drains them. It pulls their energy in too many directions at once. It makes them tired before their time. So how do we slow down aging? How do we reclaim the energy of youth? By doing one simple thing, living in the present. This does not mean ignoring the past or the future. It means understanding that they do not control you. It means realizing that life is happening now, in this very breath, in this very second. It means learning to be where you are, fully and completely. Imagine eating a piece of fruit. If you are thinking about something else while you eat, you will barely taste it. But if you eat it with awareness, if you truly focus on its texture, its flavor, the way it feels on your tongue, then you will experience it fully. The same fruit, the same moment, but two completely different experiences. One rushed, one alive. Now imagine this with everything in your life. When you walk, truly walk. Feel the ground beneath your feet. Notice the sky, the trees, the sounds around you. When you listen to someone speak, truly listen. Hear their words, their tone, the emotions behind them. When you breathe, truly breathe. Feel the air move through you. Let it remind you of your own existence. This is the secret. This is the way to slow down aging, not by trying to hold on to youth, not by fearing time, but by living fully in the only moment that ever truly exists. Look at the monks who spend their lives in meditation. They have little stress. They have few worries. They do not chase after time, and time does not chase after them. They move slowly, but they are never tired. They age, but they do not grow old in spirit. This is the power of presence. This is the power of now. Aging is not just a number. It is a state of being. If you live your life in a constant rush, if your mind is always elsewhere, then you will feel older than you are. But if you slow down, if you live fully in each moment, then no matter how many years pass, your spirit will remain young. So ask yourself, where is your mind right now? Are you here? Or are you lost in yesterday or tomorrow? Bring yourself back. Right now, in this moment, you are alive. And that is all that truly matters. This is the way of the present. This is the way of true youth. Conclusion: the path to ageless wisdom. Sit down for a moment. Breathe. Feel the rise and fall of your chest. Be here, in this moment. You have walked a long path. You have looked at your thoughts, your habits, your stress, your attachments. You have seen how aging is not just about time, it is about how we live. Now, I ask you, what have you learned? Aging is not something that happens to you. It is something you participate in. It is not just wrinkles on your skin, but the weight in your heart, the speed of your thoughts, the restlessness in your soul. If you feel tired all the time, if stress has become your companion, if joy feels like a distant memory, then you are aging faster than you should. But if you have learned to slow down, to breathe, to let go, then you have already stepped onto the path of ageless wisdom. Think of the monks in the mountains, their faces lined with years, yet their eyes shining with the energy of a child. They do not fight aging. They do not chase youth. They simply exist in harmony with life. They have learned the secret that we all seek: time is not the enemy. It is the mind that makes us old before our time. What is your mind doing to you? Is it running endlessly, chasing, worrying, regretting? Or is it still, present, accepting? If you hold on too tightly to the past, it will weigh you down like a heavy stone. If you grasp too desperately for the future, you will miss the life that is happening right now. And if you live each day lost in thoughts, in distractions, in endless desires, then time will slip through your fingers like sand in the wind. Let go. Let go of the stress that knots your body. Let go of the regrets that cloud your heart. Let go of the fears that steal your sleep. When you stop resisting life, when you stop chasing things that do not matter, you will feel something strange: lightness. A kind of ease that makes you feel younger, freer, more alive. This is not magic. This is simply what happens when you stop carrying the unnecessary weight of the world. Ask yourself, right now, what are you carrying that is making you older? A grudge? A mistake? An expectation that was never met? Look at it. See it clearly. And then, let it go. Aging is not a punishment. It is not something to fear. It is only life unfolding, one breath at a time. When you live in the present, when you embrace what is, you will find that youth is not a number. It is a state of being. The great Zen masters do not fear aging. They welcome it. They know that the body will change, but the soul, when free from attachment, remains light, playful, untouched by time. Look at a river. It does not fight its path. It does not cling to the rocks or resist the bends. It flows. This is how life should be lived. Not in resistance, but in flow. If you flow with life, you will not feel old. You will feel alive. So, my friend, what will you choose? Will you keep running, keep worrying, keep stressing, until time wears you down? Or will you stop, breathe, and live? Aging faster than you should is not a mystery. It is the result of a restless mind, an anxious heart, a body burdened by stress. But now you know the way out. You have always known. You only needed to remember. Return to yourself. Return to the present. This is the secret. This is the path. And now, as we reach the end of this journey, I ask you for one thing. If this has helped you, if this has opened your eyes even a little, then support this journey. There are so many views on this channel, yet only 0.2% subscribe. So please, like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel. But more importantly, apply what you have learned. Do not just listen. Live it. Because in the end, it is not about how many years you live. It is about how much life is in your years.